Hey everybody, today I'm going to get started showing you what I consider the easiest way to clean out your air filters on your dirt bike, or maybe even like a lawnmower or anything that uses a foam air filter. And it all starts with these guys right here. It's the PJ1 air filter foam cleaner and the air filter oil. Let's get started. In this case, I'm performing this on a Suzuki RM-Z450. It's the 18 through the 23 gen, but most dirt bikes are, they all got an air box in there and they all kind of work the same, so I'm sure yours is pretty comparable to this process. First things first, you got to get the seat off to get into the air box. On Suzuki, it's pretty easy. You just take off these two seat bolts on each side. Once that's loosened up, you can just pop your seat right off there. Easy as can be. There's your air filter. This one's not that dirty, but I got another one I got to clean out that is very caked with dirt. So we're gonna get started. All you gotta do is reach down in your air box, grab this little, it's a wing nut on a bolt. Manual calls it an element. Go ahead and just unscrew that. It takes quite a few turns. Then you pull that out of there. So that's the air filter out of the air box. That's the element I was talking about, where you unscrew that wing nut and just keep unthreading it, pull it out, and then pop off your air filter. So we're out here with the dirties now. Congrats, all the hard work is done. Now all we've got to do is basically spray stuff. So I like to go ahead and flip them over. Start with the underside. Pretty clean in there, but you do want to get your old oil out of there. So all you do, shake up your can, go to work. Just kind of hit it like hairspray. Again, you don't need a whole lot on the inside. There's the dirty one I was talking about. So go ahead and just make sure you coat all the surfaces. And you got to wait the 15 minutes for it to dry, or excuse me, not to dry, but for that solvent to get in there, do its work, break down the old oil, dirt, and gunk, and get that out of there. But essentially, that's all you do. And see, I don't even know if you have to wait 15 minutes, because look at these clean spots coming through. Like, look at that. Stuff works good. So we'll just let that sit for the 15 minutes. We'll come back. And then all we got to do is grab a good old garden hose and water and just start spraying them out and wring them through. And our 15 minutes are up, so now all you got to do is just start hosing. You can see it just start pouring off of there. Pretty easy stuff here, guys. I'm telling you, this stuff is great. I'll put a link up in my description if you guys want to click on that. Maybe you're interested in buying it. Does help me out a little bit. Gives me a little commission kickback for putting out these videos for you guys. Yeah, I mean, I can't say enough about this stuff. It's so easy. I'm doing this holding the phone with one hand, and we're pretty well done. Obviously I got to wring it out a little bit. Try to show you that. I'm not sure if I can do that with one hand, but I think you get the idea. The stuff, it works great. See that guy? It's pink from the oil. That's the color of the PJ1 oil, and white is the actual color of the filter. You can see it just coming out of there. Easy stuff, guys. Okay, trying to do this with one hand. We're all rinsed off. Go ahead and just gently wring them out. I'm sure we all know you don't want to go too crazy. Don't wring them in the sense like you do with a towel where you twist it. Just kind of compress the foam, and as you can see, it's like impossible to do. It takes 2 seconds if you got two hands, but just kind of be gentle so you don't compromise the structure of that filter. But go ahead and just squish all the water out. And we're gonna go ahead and set these aside, let them dry out. There we go. I'm gonna just let these chill out, hang out in the sun, get nice and good and dry. Usually I just let them go for a day, do other stuff, just make sure there's no water left in there, and come back to it, and we'll start putting oil on. But yeah, just put them out in the sun, let them chill. Filters have had plenty of time to dry. Now the fun part, just get to spray them down and be done with the whole thing. So just grab the old PJ1, give her a little shake, pop the top, and go to town. Again, this is just like the hairspray kind of effect I was telling you about. Just go ahead and paint them up. Get on there nice and even. You don't want too much. There's a whole debate on that, but we're not going to go into that. Just start painting away till you get the filter back to pink and you know you're done. Flip them over. We're going to do the inside. And then you are going to either pop it back in your bike or store a freshie. quick sidebar to make your life a lot easier, just get some gallon storage bags. Actually, these aren't even those. These are filters, the bags that they came in when I first got them. I just use those for the dirt ones. So every time you pop off, like say you're at the track or whatever, and you pop off a dirty filter, toss it in there. They can stay dirty. Doesn't matter. You don't need to get a new bag each time because you obviously got a dirty filter. Then you want to keep a set of these. I run 3 at a time. Maybe I got 4 here. I don't even know anymore. But use those for your clean ones. So when you get done with this process here, and you've got a nice fresh oil filter, you want a couple in reserve. You know, maybe you're switching them out mid-race day or something like that. Just pop them back in there, and then you always have a fresh one. You're not getting dirt in there, and makes your life a lot easier. There's the inside of your new air filter ready to go. There's your air cage that you pulled off of your dirty one. You got to fit this back in there. That little hole in the foam fits right on that pin, keeps everything aligned. Then you just pop it in, repeat the process of putting it back in the way you took it out. New freshies back in there. Now all you got to do, pop your seat back on. Tighten your seat bolts back up. Seat's all back on, you're ready to go riding. So how easy was that, guys? Hardest part of this is waiting the 15 minutes for the cleaner to soak in and do its work there, and you go to wash it out, and you're pretty well done. And as far as I can tell, I mean, this has got to be about the cheapest way to do it. Each can, I think it was close to about 15 bucks each. The first time I did this, I did it on 3 air filters, and it felt like the cans were about half full. So if you do the math on there, I think that comes out to like $5 a filter. Not too bad. You're not storing tubs, messy solvents and stuff, and I got little kids that get into everything, so really don't want to keep that around the house if I don't have to, and this is just way easier, guys. Anyways, hope you enjoyed, hope it helped you out. Good riding.